Well, hello, and hello. This is Brother West. This is Brother West. Welcome to the ErnestLWest Ministries. Listen, I have a public announcement. I have some good news. I have some good news on some stuff that God is doing in the ministry, in my ministry. And but before I release this good news, on what God is doing, I want to read something for you. I want to read something right quick, and I'm going to explain to you quickly, clearly what God is doing, and there's something that I need for you to do as well, as an act of obedience. And so I want to go to 1 Chronicles 28. 1 Chronicles 28, and I'm going to read the second and the third verse, then the seventh through the 10th verse. That's 1 Chronicles, 2 and 3, and 7 through 10. 7 through 10. And I'm going to read. And it says as follows, the second verse. Then David, the king, stood up upon his feet and said, "Hear me, my brethren, and my people. As for me, I had in mine heart to build an house of rest for the ark of the covenant of the Lord and the footstool of our God, and had made ready for the building." Now the third verse. Now the third verse speaks as follows. The third verse says that, "But God saith unto me, Thou shalt not build an house for my name, because thou hast been a man of war, and hast shed blood." Now let's go down to the seventh verse. The seventh verse says that, "Moreover, I will establish his kingdom forever, if he be constant to do my commandments and my judgments at this day." The eighth verse. "Now therefore, in the sight of all Israel, the congregation of the Lord, and in the audience of our God, keep and seek for all the commandments of the Lord your God, that you may possess this good land, and leave it for an inheritance for your children after you forever." The ninth verse. "And thou, Solomon, my son, know thou that the Lord of thy fathers, and serve him with a perfect heart and with the willing mind. And for the Lord searcheth all hearts, and understandeth all the imagination of the thoughts. If thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever. Take heed now, for the Lord hath chosen thee to build an house for the Lord. Be strong and do it." And so I read to you 2 Chronicles 28, 2nd, 3rd, and the 7th to the 2nd to 7th through the 10th verse. And what I wanted to, this is a public announcement. What I wanted to say now, some years ago, I had this dream. And in this dream that I had some years ago, it was like that particular passage of scripture where whoever came before me, who was my father, there was a certain promise that God had made concerning a certain thing, concerning a certain ministry, concerning a certain work for his kingdom, to build certain things for his kingdom. And he put me in that particular scripture and mindset, and he let me know that your father couldn't build a certain house because of a certain blood that was on his hand, like it was with David. But then the scripture says that God said, "But I am going to honor your father's heart through you. And so God allowed Solomon, through the heart of David, to build a house of God. And now in this particular house, the scripture said that people would come from far and near. People would come from far and near to hear the words of God, to receive alms, to receive goods, to receive blessings. And many would come from far and near, north, south, east, and west. And once they got to the place, then they would go back to their prospective place. It was a place of being blessed. It was a place of refuge. It was a place of deliverance. It was a place of means. So in other words, God blessed Solomon so that others could be blessed. And so this is what God is doing for me in my ministry. I'm in the process of having a building, an outreach building where where God's going to bless me in a certain place where I'm able to bless others. We're able to bless the homeless. We're able to bless the less fortunate. And so this is what's happening now with my particular ministry. God is doing the work. And so what I'm doing now, what we're doing now, we're waiting on the funds. So in order for it to be able to do the work, in order to be able to get the building, in order to be able to do all of this, we got to first get the funds. And one of the things that I'm going to do too, and it's kind of like what my mom did. Mom, when she got to a certain age, she wanted to give back to the teenagers, to the youth. This is in my heart as well. And that's something I want to do, to be like a big brother, to be like a voice, to be like an uncle, to be like a substitute father, to be like a voice to help young folk, to help the ones that need direction, to help the ones that need healing. Also, in the future, at some point, I'm going to have something like an after-school program. I'm going to create jobs for certain people, for people to work in ministry. So keep me in your prayers. Keep me and my wife in your prayers. And we're working on the process of it right now. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's in God's will. Hopefully sometime this year, that God will be able to bless us in the place. Then, once we get this place, I'll be able to give you the address. You'll be able to come as well. And for those who want to work in the ministry, to work in the outreach program, you're welcome as well. But what I need from you, I need donations. I need donations. I need someone to sow a seed. Someone to sow a seed into this ministry, into this purpose, into what God is doing with me in my ministry. And those who've been following me for years, you know that one of the things, you know, I love God. And another thing, you know, I've been consistent. Same thing all over, every day, talking about Jesus and Him crucified. Same message. It's a deliverance message. And so I pray God speak to your heart to sow, to donate. And you can go to my description to find out how the platform you'll be able to donate. And one is the PayPal. You can go to PayPal.me/ErnestLWest, or you can also do the Cash App. Also, you can do Venmo. Venmo is also my personal. You can use my personal number, 678-622-7085, and also you can donate there. And so, no matter how much it is, please hear God. Please hear God concerning this, because God is moving, and I'm so excited. I was telling my spiritual father the other day how so excited I am about this. Is like the Super Bowl for me, because as a kid, I envisioned being able to do this. As a kid, I envisioned being able to be put in a place and be put in a position to be able to give back and help God's people. And so keep me and my family in your prayers. And please, we need partners. We need those who can and those who will, who believe in my ministry, who believe in what God has put in my heart to speak, to tear down, to build, to plant, to grow. The purpose that God has put in my heart concerning. And so, and my purpose is to reach young folk, to reach all of them, but my purpose also is to reach young brothers, young sisters. And we're going to have a staff. We're going to have people working to reach one, to teach one. And so keep me in your prayers. Is that all right? God bless you. Heaven smile on you. And may all God's best be yours.